Hi, let me quickly explain what an open house is to consumers. And again, the difference between a client and a customer. If a realtor is hosting an open house, you don't need to make an appointment. It is truly an open house, a house that's open. So come on in, give us your feedback. Um, we value the public's feedback, and just take a look around and let us know what you think, and if you had any basic questions about the house, and if you would like to put an offer in or get pre-qualified to see what your buying power is. The purpose of the open house is to provide more of a convenient way for consumers to see the home, whether or not they have a realtor or not, whether they have representation or not. So the difference between a client and a customer is that when you walk into an open house, you are a customer. We can tell you, uh, first of all, if a realtor is there and they represent the person who owns that house as far as being their real estate agent, their advocate, they're only going to give you so much information. They're not going to go all out to give you a lot of information, um, because they represent the seller. So yes, they can tell you what the square footage is. Yes, they can tell you how many bedrooms, if it's a new air conditioning unit, how old the roof is. Whatever information they receive from the seller, and whatever public information that we have, or anything that would probably hinder your decision a little bit in making an offer, any material defects, anything like that that they know of. Of course, they're not inspectors, but anything that they know of, they will tell you. So when you go to an open house, that's why, if that's the agent that represents the seller, you're not getting ready to have a long, drawn out conversation about the seller situation. That just will not happen. But if you come to an open house and a buyer's agent is there and you don't have representation, I can tell you the basic information about the house. Or the buyer's agent can tell you basic information about the house. For example, if I'm hosting an open house for another realtor or another brokerage, and that brokerage company or that realtor represents that seller, and I'm there as the buyer's agent, and you walk into the open house, yes, I still can give you basic information about the home, anything I know that may be of value to your decision making. Yes, I can give you a list of lenders. Yes, I can maybe even give you a list of inspectors. Yes. But if you're at the open house and the conversation gets a little deeper as to what do I think you should offer for this home, well, now we need to talk about you becoming a client. Because clients have signed a buyer representation agreement. Clients now have exclusive access to me, or to the buyer's agent, or to their agent, versus someone who hasn't signed, someone who's going back and forth trying to decide if they want a realtor. When you decide to become a client, you sign what we call a buyer representation agreement, and they do have time limits. You can hire a realtor for 3 months, for 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. It's up to you. My buyer representation agreements, if you're looking to purchase a home, they are about 6 months. If you're looking to rent a home, my buyer representation agreement is about 3 months, because it's not as extensive when you're looking for a rental home. You don't get inspections, you don't have appraisals and things. So it shouldn't take us longer than, if it's taking us longer than 3 months to find a rental home, Houston, we have a problem. So just make sure that you understand that you are a customer. A lot of people get it mixed up, because when you go to a car dealership, this is just an example. You go to a car dealership, you are a customer that wants to become a client, and that can all happen with that one salesperson. In real estate, normally you have 2 agents, unless you say you don't need representation. Then you can deal with 1 agent, but that's still up to the agent and their brokerage company. Because if you say, I just want to deal with 1 agent, that 1 agent can't serve 2 gods. They can't be on the seller side and your side. What's going to happen, they're going to be on the seller's side, and they'll just give you basic information, but you won't get any advice. So then if you get frustrated and say, you know what, I need some representation, then that realtor will probably let the broker know, or will probably have another agent within their office represent you, and then that agent is able to give you advice. So I've had open houses where people come in and they want me to sit there and do a CMA form. CMA means just run the numbers, let them know what a good offer will be. They don't understand why that cannot be done. Until you hire me to be your realtor, you don't get all the boutique type service. Until you hire me, or until you hire a realtor, you are not going to get that dedication like that. So sometimes when I do open houses, people want me to run comparative market analysis, want me to tell them what the house down the street sold for. Let's talk. Let's become a client. Let's get in this monogamous relationship. Really, it's a unilateral monogamous relationship, because you have to be with just me or just your agent. But I still can have different buyers and sellers. I could have buyers looking at the same house. So remember, client and customer are 2 different things. Also, an open house is just an open house. It doesn't mean when you walk into that house that you have scooped up that agent now. No, the agent has to have some paperwork in place, and also you need to be pre-qualified. We need to see what you can afford. So hopefully this video helped a lot of you understand the difference between a client and a customer. And you guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.